Well, hi friends. Today I'm going to answer the most asked question. Can I use Wikipedia as a source for research paper? What do you think? I know you want the answer to be yes, and I understand why. Wikipedia is so easy to use. It's got literally everything you probably need for your research paper right there on one screen, and it just seems like, why shouldn't I be able to use it? Well, there's a few reasons that you shouldn't be able to use it for research. Your teachers probably won't accept it. But let's go through it, because the answer is actually you can use Wikipedia in a roundabout way, okay? So if we go to Wikipedia, I go to that screen. Okay, so I'm in Wikipedia, right? Wikipedia.org. Why is Wikipedia.org and not .com? Technically, Wikipedia is a not-for-profit website, okay? So you would think you could use that for research. Let's go through and show you how to do it. I am actually going to use Wikipedia to search Google. That's something that's going to have a ton of information, and of course it does, okay? Here's my Wikipedia article about Google. Oh gosh, everything, early years, product, oh my gosh, this has everything I need. I could totally write a report from this, right? But I cannot cite this. What can I do? Anytime I see good information within Wikipedia, I can go to this little blue, see that little blue number there? Everything has a little blue number next to it, and that tells you where Wikipedia got that information from. Remember that Wikipedia is a platform, not a publisher. So as a platform, that means that anybody can put information on it, and they don't really go through and validate that information. So it's your job, if you're going to use Wikipedia, to validate it yourself. But anytime there's a little number there, you can just click on it and it will take you down to the bottom, and it will tell you where all of that information came from, right? So if I like that information and I want to use that, what I have to do is go to the website where that came from, okay? And then I can read the article here on the website that it came from, and I can evaluate if this is a usable article for research. Okay, but how do I know if it's a usable article for research? I mean, there's a lot of articles here, and to be honest with you guys, some of them are awesome, and some of them are no good at all. So let's just quickly go over how you know if something is a good research article. This isn't foolproof, but it's a good way to start. Okay, the first thing you have to do is check the domain, which is the URL, okay? This tells you right here what all of the URLs mean. I think it's pretty smart to know what URLs mean. Here's the ones in green. These ones I would use for research. .edu means it's coming from a college or university, a government agency or organization, a nonprofit organization, or an intergovernmental organization. Okay, why would I not use .com for research? .com means it's a commercial organization, so that website is created with the purpose of making money, okay? I don't hate that website, but their purpose is to make money. So they make money by tracking your information, by giving you clickbait articles or ads or things like that, and that makes it not quite as credible, okay? So I would stick to those green domains first of all. The other thing that you're going to look for if you find information in a Wikipedia is it a national association, like the National Association of Suicide Prevention, okay, or a national alliance? That would be like CDC.gov, Center for Disease Control, okay, or like the National Nurses Alliance, okay. And the other thing you can look for, does it come from a college or university? That usually makes it a little more credible, okay. Next thing you got to do, did you read the entire article and not just the headline, okay? Do you guys want to know how much time the average American spends reading a news article? Okay, you've pulled up a news article. How much time do you spend actually reading it? 7 seconds. What does that mean? 7 seconds? It means we're literally just reading headlines, right? And when we just read headlines, we get a lot of clickbait and not a lot of good research material, okay? This is an example from BuzzFeed. Everybody knows BuzzFeed is just there to make money, and they're really good. In fact, they kind of invented clickbait. And you can see they just have these articles that if you click on them, somebody makes money, okay? And they have these great headlines that make it super interesting and makes you want to click on it. But this is not research. This is money making, okay? Let's look at another website, CNN. CNN is a news website, okay? I would think if I get anything from CNN, it's probably credible, right? Maybe, but guess what? CNN also uses a lot of clickbait. Look at these articles, okay? This is just, weather. This is just business. But look at this. Some of the most incredible celebrity homes ever designed. That is clickbait, okay? Look at this. Kurt Cobain's most famed clothing item is up for auction. Also, clickbait, formed like a news article, okay? But those are clickbait, and those are something that when you click on, either someone paid to get that information there, or they're getting paid by tracking your research. Okay, next thing we need to look at, who wrote the article, okay? Does the author have an agenda? So, if I, for example, am writing a lot of good papers on that marijuana should be legal, that's great for me. But if I'm posting it on Melissa's blog about legalizing marijuana, that's not very valid, right? I might have an agenda. I don't, but that's a good example. Here we go. Here's 2 articles about vaping, okay? And this is just like off of Wikipedia. I searched vaping and I pulled up both of these articles as a good example. Okay, so this one you can see is by Lana Patrice Gordon, medical doctor from the Division of Adolescent Medicine, Department of Pediatrics. This article on vaping is by J.R. Reynoldson, and it looks like he's a blogger. Okay, well, this is great. You know what? These articles probably say a lot of the same thing, but I cannot use this one and I can use this one. Okay, you got to check who wrote it, check if they might have an agenda before you use that article. Okay, next thing, when was the article written? Okay, we always have to check and make sure that it is a current article and that there's not more current information out there. Legalization of marijuana is a good example. If it was written in 2015, well, guess what? Since then, there have been a lot of changes in law. There's been a lot more research done, and so I need to get something much more current. And you also need to look at if you're getting similar information from other sources, okay? Even if you find an article that says what you want it to say and you really want to use it, if it is the only article saying that, the likelihood is it's not that credible of a source. So you need to be finding articles where a lot of people are saying the same things, and that's more likely that it's credible, okay? All right, so can you use Wikipedia? I mean, in a roundabout way. If you'd like help learning how to do research or checking your sources or, seeing if something is valid or usable, please come talk to me or email me, and I would be happy to help you out. Bye, friends.